welcome to another video. It is me, Desiree. I just got out of the shower and my hair is wet. It's air drying and I didn't put anything in it because I think I want to dye it later today. So through the course of the video, it'll probably just get frizzier and frizzier and we'll just see what happens. Anyway, today I wanted to do a little shop my stash, but I don't really know the products I want to use yet. I think I'm just going to bring the bin out and dig through it and see what I haven't used in a while. And I'm hoping, I think most of the stuff in here should be like a full face of nothing new as well. The only section that I'm kind of interested to see what I'm gonna pick is blush. I was going through the blushes and I don't really have that many drugstore blushes. I do have some and some I haven't used in a while, so we'll see what I pick out. But for primer, is this one still good? I have kind of a headache today and I think the scent on this might bother me. It's the Revlon Rose Glow Face Gloss. I actually really enjoy this, but it smells a little like rose water. And I don't really want that scent today. You know what? Let's use one of these. I don't think, have I ever used these in a video? I don't even know. I know I haven't this one, I don't think. Let's use this. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Glow Liquid Highlighter. And I bought this with the intention of using it all over my face. And that's how I've used it several times now. Actually, I bet there's a scent on this too. Oh, that buttery scent. Oh, I can't. I already feel my head pounding just putting this on. It has that butter scent that the all the butter stuff has. So I'm going to use the e.l.f. one because I don't think this has a scent. Yeah, we're good. Little e.l.f. lip oil. The Glow Reviver lip oil. I can't stop with this stuff. I love it. It just feels so good on the lips. Okay, let's do a little of this. First, I need to wipe off the skincare on my eyebrows. And I bought this, the Garnier, well, it's the Walgreens brand micellar cleansing water. I've never tried this one before. I use the blue one all the time, the one that has a little bit of oil in it, because I like to use that one at night, getting like residual eyeliner and stuff off. But I like to have something like this just to wipe off my eyebrows so they're nice and clean with no moisturizer on them. So I'm going to put on the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Highlighter. I have this in the shade 2 Fair Light. I know it's Fair Light, but it looks very dark, doesn't it? I'm going to do eyes first too, but I want to put this on because, I don't know, just to let it kind of sit. I haven't used this in a long time. So I kind of completely forgot how it even looks on the skin. Ooh, that's pretty. I thought it was going to be a lot darker. I always wonder if brands like Charlotte Tilbury, who came out with the product that inspired all these copycat type things, I wonder if they like being iconic like that, where they're like, we're the ones that created that, we're the OG, we're the innovators. Or if they don't like all these imitations or something. I don't know, I always wonder that. Anyway, so there it is blending out on my skin. It does have a little color, like I feel like it's given my skin a little bit of a color, but I think this is gonna look really nice under foundation. I'm gonna put on a little Morphe eye primer because I don't have another one, so just gonna use this one here. And the palette I wanna use today, it's not a shop my stash moment because I just bought it. But it's not new, so I guess it's not new to the market, but it is new to me. So this palette is from Wet n Wild and it's called Always Naked. I see this all the time at work and I always pick it up and put it down because, I don't know, I'm not a big fan of the Wet n Wild eyeshadow formula now. I only really like the Call Me Sunshine palette, the yellow one. But this one looks different. Like it looks like it's a different formula. I don't know, just looking at it, I guess. But I only bought it because Emily Noel did a video recently. I think it was a Wet n Wild video, and tons of comments were talking about how good this palette is and how much they love it. So I thought, well, I gotta get it. I only used a couple of shades in here. I used this white one too on the inner corner. It's really pretty and sparkly, but I haven't really used too much of the palette. So let's try it out today. I think I'm just gonna kind of bounce around. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use these 4 right here as a little eyeshadow quad, and we'll just see how they work out. The shades don't have names, they're just numbers, because on the back with the ingredients it says shade 1 through 15 on it. Or shades 1 through 16. Ooh. Very soft. It was snowing and snowing and snowing this morning. I wasn't even expecting it. I just went to open up the blinds and I was like, what the heck? It's a snowstorm outside. I had no idea. And I check the weather app all the time, but I don't know why I just didn't even notice that it was gonna snow. It's kind of cool. I like when it snows a lot, but that the roads stay relatively safe-ish. Because a lot of people still gotta go to work, you know? Gotta bring home the fakin'. Ooh, that's a really pretty color. That's this one right here. That's really nice. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one, that little bit of a darker one. Oh, I should have got a smaller brush. These are really, really soft. I don't know if you could see that mess I made right there just by dipping in one time. Let me be a little more gentle. These are blending really, really nicely. I'm liking this quite a bit so far. And the pigmentation is nice. Like the color that you see in the pan, I feel like I could build this up to that, but it's not over the top pigmented. You know those shadows that sometimes just go overboard on the pigmentation, then they're really hard to blend. It's way too much color, not what you're expecting. I'm gonna get a little bit more of that, let me wipe this brush off a little bit. A little more of that yellow up here real gently. Ooh, I really like it. Oh my gosh, this is blending so nicely. There's so much powder in here, chunked up though. I think I'm only gonna use one of these shimmers. Both of those there are shimmers. I think I'm gonna go for this one here. I was just gonna flip it over to see the shade name, but it's not. It's probably just shade 12. This feels really good. Ooh, look at that. Okay, it's nice. It's not flaky or anything. It's really smooth. It's sticking on the lid perfectly. Wow, really nice. I think I want to go just a little bit more with the red one right there. Just a little bit to kind of put in the crease to blend back and forth. Just to kind of remove the line from where my finger was. You know what? I like it. I think I want to use one of these dark ones on the outer corner just to add a little bit more drama. I'm kind of really loving this. I'm loving this. This blended so nicely. The shadows feel really nice and soft. This shimmer is really pretty. It's sticking on the lid really nice. A little bit more of that red. I'm gonna get a smaller brush real quick. Let's do this one. Ooh, this is a Morphe M514. I bet this is gonna like destroy this palette. I better dip like barely because this is a really, really kind of scratchy brush. And these shadows seem really soft. Okay, just a little. I'm just gonna kind of tap it. I'm not gonna blend it around too much because this brush now for me is really scratchy and it irritates my eye. But it's the perfect size for my eye shape. And as much as I want to find new ones, this one, it just works perfectly for me. Same on the other side, just gonna kind of tap it a little bit. It's funny having the eye shape that I have. I gotta hold it up and then relax and then go, okay, I can see, can I see the color I just put down? This is really pretty. I really, really, really like the way that this turned out. I am gonna use another one of these shades. I wanna put that white one on the inner corner, but we'll do that after everything else is done. Let's wipe off these fingers. Just some more micellar water. Maybe a couple of sparkles. I'm just gonna do a little like gentle wipe. Cool. I forgot I had put on all of that highlighter on my face, so I'm like, why do I look so glossy? You know what I want to pull out? Okay, this is something else that's not new, but it's another one that's new to me. And it's this from L'Oreal. This is the Infallible Freshwear Foundation. This is new to me, kinda, because I did buy this when it came out and I remember using it, but I don't really remember it that well, but I've always wanted to retry it. I don't even remember why I stopped using it. I don't really remember. But it's been on my radar ever since and I just couldn't, it just got the best of me. I had to buy it. I got the shade 420. This is True Beige. All right. I did do the shade matcher thing on Ulta. I mean, I bought this at Walgreens, but Ulta does like a shade match thing. So you pick other foundations that you use and the shades that work for you, and then it kind of puts that into a little system and picks out a shade that'll work for you and something else. And it picked like the darkest shade for me of this. It was so dark. I bought it anyway because I was like, Ulta knows what they're talking about. No, I had to exchange it. Anyway, this foundation is a lot runnier than I remember. I have to pump it on the back of my hand and I usually prefer putting it on my fingertips, but this runs right through my fingers when I do that. And I have used this a couple of times already and I gotta tell ya, I freaking love it. It's really, really nice. Like super nice. There is, I want to say, probably a high alcohol content in here. You could smell it right when you pump it out. And I can feel it on my face a little bit. I'm not usually one that's picky about alcohol in my products, but I can feel when this foundation is drying down because it's a little tight. It feels tight. It feels like I need to spray like a little moisturizing toner on my skin or something. But the finish is exquisite. It's so freaking pretty. It's like the nicest, most perfect satin finish. It does dry completely down, not like down like hard or matte looking, but it doesn't stay tacky or wet on the face at all. But it keeps this nice sheen on your skin all day long. Like freshwear was the best name for this because it looks good all day. And there was a video I was editing last night or the night before, and as I was doing it I was like, what makeup am I wearing? My skin looks amazing. And you know what? It was this. Okay, so there's one layer blended out. I absolutely love it. It looks so good. And I remember when I put this on for the first time when I was retrying it, after I blended it, I lost the lid. After I blended it in, I actually said out loud, wow, because I couldn't believe how my skin looked. Like it doesn't look like I have foundation on it. It just looks even and perfected in the best way. I absolutely love it. Let's take this foundation off the lips first. I'm gonna use, I know this isn't a new thing, but it's something I'm loving, the NYX Pro Fix Correcting Stick. Just a little on the under eyes to help with the darkness. I'm really, really liking this a lot. Kind of surprised I like it so much. So I like to put it on my finger and then rub it between my ring fingers to kind of warm it up and thin it out and kind of get a thin application on each eye. And then I'm just gonna kind of press it like that. And then a little on this inner part here. All right, it just kind of helps cancel out the darkness. So I'm gonna let that sit until whenever, and then I'll put some concealer on. I did pick out the powder, and I picked out the number 7 Flawless Finishing Loose Translucent Powder, but honestly, this doesn't really need powder. Like once it dries into your skin, I don't feel the need to set this, but I'm gonna use a little bit of this anyway. Oof, puffed out everywhere. I don't know if I showed it to you. This is what it looks like. I'm gonna use a little bit of this, just maybe like on the parts that I'm gonna put some bronzer, maybe just to kind of help it blend a little bit. Okay, I'm just gonna get like the tiniest amount. I did this the other day and my boyfriend happened to be standing there and he was watching me get ready for work in the morning. Well, he wasn't watching, he didn't come in here to watch me get ready. He came in here to antagonize the cat. It's so funny because for some reason the cat, he's, I don't know how old now, 14. He's become a little more angry at everything, and he sits in his little, like, I call it his house, his castle. My boyfriend likes to call it the haunted mansion. It's like a, you know, those cat towers that he can look out the window and stuff. He sits in there with his hand out like this, and my boyfriend comes in every morning and says, do you think I could touch the cat's hand before he hits me? and he tries to hit it and that cat, bam, hit him really hard and I could hear his skin ripping on his fingers, but he still comes in and does it all the time. Still tries to pet the cat, but the cat's not having it anymore. And they used to be best friends. Anyway, why did I start telling you that story? I don't even know. I don't even know why I was saying that. You know what? I didn't even need to put this powder on. This feels really good on my skin right now. But I already did it. Yeah, this definitely didn't need powder. It dried really, really nicely. So the powder, you know what? I think I'm gonna declutter this, to be honest. Yeah, I never use it. I use it a few times. I don't love the way it looks on my whole face. It just looks a little too matte, but maybe I'm using too much, but I don't know. It just doesn't make me want to reach for it anyway. Okay, bronzer. And my hair is driving me nuts. I could see it just getting poofier and poofier, but you know what? It'll be fine. It's just hair. I feel like getting a haircut, actually. I've been dreaming, fantasizing about a haircut. I want a haircut, but I don't want it so short, like not up to here, but maybe like right here. But I want something fun and like full of movement and layers everywhere, like a shaggy, fun haircut. I want the haircut, but what I need more is a tutorial on how to style it once I get the haircut. Because I see the pictures in my mind and the models of the hair and I'm like, I want that hair. But just because someone cuts your hair in that style doesn't mean you're gonna have their hair. You know what I mean? It's kind of the same with makeup, I guess. Like just because I bought this doesn't mean I'm gonna have someone else's face all of a sudden. Let's see. I mean, I use this one all the time, the Essence bronzer. Oh my goodness, remember this brand, CYO? I wish this brand was still around. They had some really nice quality things. I have the Milani bronzer, the Flower bronzer, this one, the Wet n Wild Alice in Wonderland. You know what I haven't used in a while? The L'Oreal Infallible Freshwear bronzer. I haven't touched this in a while. Let's use that. And I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild brush, the one I bought recently. So this is the one I got in the advent calendar, the one that didn't come with the wrapper smashing it. So it stayed really like fluffy and big. And the one that I bought recently was in like a flat plastic, so it stayed really pinched like that. And I keep trying to fluff it up, but they both perform the same, whether it's the size or anything. The bristles, maybe it's because the one I already have has a little wear on it and more product on it, even though I have washed it. I feel like it feels a little bit different, ever so slightly denser, but very indistinguishable. I just know because I have the two brushes here. But I'm gonna use the one that I just bought, and you know what? It's great. I'm glad I bought it, so now I know for sure it's the powder brush that I have had this whole time. And I have the bronzer in the shade 250 Light. I can smell this one too. All of the freshwear stuff has the same alcohol-y scent. It's kind of weird. I don't even know if it's the alcohol that's making the scent or if that's just a fragrance they put in there that happens to smell like that. But it all smells the same. Very distinct of L'Oreal Freshwear. I feel like I want to go heavy on the bronzer today for some reason. Oh, I want a haircut. I want a haircut so bad, but I need some styling tips more than anything. I want a little more. A little more. The brush just works so well. It blends it out so nicely, and this works with every bronzer I've tried so far. Okay, I'll add some more afterwards. I don't want to go overboard right off the bat. Highlighter. Okay, I couldn't think off the top of my head a lot of drugstore highlighters that I had. So let's see what I have in here. Oh, I still have this. Pixie by Petra, the Glowy Gossamer Duo. I've liked this over the years that I've had it. I think it's really pretty. There are times when I notice it fade really quickly, but I don't know if that just has to do with what I have on underneath. That might be a little too dewy. Does Milani still make these? Do they still make these supercharged highlighter duos? I'm gonna use this. Let me look up to see if they still make it. Well, I looked it up and it didn't go to Milani's website, just to Walmart. And Walmart is kind of like Amazon, where not everything is sold by Walmart. It's like random sellers and stuff. I don't really like that. But it's a Shop My Stash moment. If you have this, pull it out. It's really pretty. Haven't used it in a while. It does say it's cream to powder. Like one of these is supposed to be cream and one of them is powder, but it's really hard to tell the difference. So I tend to just kind of mix them together. And I haven't used this brush. Have I even used this brush before? The Luxe Powder Fusion brush from Zoeva. I got this at the old TJ Maxx. I don't think I've used this before. I'm assuming it's supposed to be like pinpointed setting powder, but we're gonna use it for highlighter. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm gonna get stuck on this one. That is very pretty. Oh, yes, yes, yes. It looked like it was gonna have a lot of color based on what came off on the brush, but maybe it's just kind of blending in with the bronzer and stuff. Oh my goodness. Oh, love it so much. Ooh, that's pretty. It looks very wet on the skin. This is the one where I was saying I don't think I have enough. Look at it. It's full to the top, but I don't know if I have a lot of drugstore blushes. I tend to just buy stuff from wherever. But let's see what I got. This hair, it's getting frizzier and frizzier. Of course, I got some Milani hard candy, but I don't think they make this one anymore either. CoverGirl, this True Blend one. Oh look, I kept 2 of them. I didn't realize I kept 2 of these. You know what? I'm gonna use one of these. Oh, let me see. I'm trying to make more cohesive makeup looks because normally I just pick out what I want to use and they look like a clown sometimes because things just kind of clash. So I'm like, which one would look better? Although they look very similar. So far I'm leaning towards this one. My old favorite here, my little baby from Profusion. Love that so much. I also like to use this one as a blush, the Hello Halo blush lighter in the shade Flash Me. I don't use this one as often as the other 2 that I love because those 2 I use as highlighters and this is more of a blush color for me. Not today though. Not today, Wet n Wild. What the heck was I just gonna use? Oh yeah, this. Yeah, let's go with that. So I picked out the CoverGirl True Blend So Flushed High Pigment Blush in the shade Love Me. And I'm kind of thinking this might clash a little, but it's too late, I already picked it up. This is what it looks like. It looks like it has a really nice satin finish, but it also has a little bit of like a golden, like, switch to it. I don't know what the word I'm trying to find is, but it has like a little bit of a goldenness to it. Let me see if I can show it in a swatch. I don't know. I don't know if you're gonna pick up on it, but when you look closely at the pan, you can tell it's there, okay? Oh, what am I doing with my life? Very shiny. Ooh, you know what? That's shinier than I thought it was gonna be. And I'm using an Eco Tools brush. It's called the Precision Highlight Brush. This is called Precision Highlight Brush. If any of these brushes were Precision Highlight, maybe this Zoeva one I just used. Does this look like a precision brush to you? Or a highlight brush? I mean, you can use brushes for whatever you want, right? But I don't think it looks like a precision brush. So it ended up having a little more shimmer than I was expecting, but it's fine, it's already on. What are you gonna do? All right, brows all ready. You know what? I can't find my brow pencil. The Rimmel brow pencil. So that's weird. Unless I dropped it on the floor and I didn't pick it up, I can't find it. So I'm just gonna throw in some powder in my brows, the IT Cosmetics powder. I don't have anything else, so this is what I'm gonna use real quick. I'm so happy to put on eyeshadow today. I was on a streak of no eyeshadow. I don't know why. I was really just focusing on other steps, I guess, that I wanted to try out and stuff, and eyeshadow just took a back seat. So I'm happy to have it on today. And I'm going to use the Soap & Glory Archery Brow Lamination Wax. I've really been loving this. It doesn't feel waxy at all, or like brow lamination. It's just a really nice brow gel. And it holds everything in place really, really, really well. I actually like this more than the Refi Brow Gel. I got that in an advent calendar, and it has a very similar like formula to it. Like when you first put it on, like I can feel right now that it's kind of drying down, and it feels at first like they're pasted down to your face, but they're not, and it dries really quickly. So once this dries, I'm gonna put a little more powder so they're more even, of course. But back to the eyeshadow, this hair, I swear. There are times when I just wanna get it, like literally last night, I was standing in the mirror and I was like, you know when you stand in the mirror and you, like when you're trying out bangs and you kind of like fold your hair to see how they'll look, or you kind of like, how will it look if it's short? And then I was just with the scissors like, just do it, just cut it. I bet you won't do it. I was so close, man. Anyway, back to the palette. I'm gonna do, I think this yellow one with a tiny bit of that red on the outer part of the lower lash line. All right, and then a little of the red one. I'm really liking this palette. Like, I'm really looking forward to using all of these shades. There is a glitter in here, which kind of throws off the whole palette to me, but I haven't tried it. Who knows? Maybe it's gonna be good, because I ended up really liking the glitters in the Profusion main stage palette last year. Was that last year already, or was it the year before? I don't even know. Could have been 10 years ago. All right, let's wipe off that brush, and I'm gonna use this white one right here. I've used this one several times and I really like it. I wanna swatch it to see if you can see just how sparkly it is. It's so pretty. I really wanna put that one all over my lid one day. But right now, I really like it as an inner corner pop, and I like that extra little sparkle that it gives. If any of you guys watch Kiki Chanel, love Kiki Chanel. She does like the same kind of makeup look all the time, and I always forget the palette that she likes to use. But there's something she uses for highlighter. She does like brow bone, nose, the cupid's bow, the inner corner, but it looks like blindingly bright, and I love it. And I'm always trying to achieve that with whatever I put on. I might just have to buy the same palette she has. But a lot of the time when you're watching someone in a video, they also have a lot of lights facing them. They're sitting in front of a bright window like I am. So sometimes things look brighter because they're sitting right in front of a light. So that might also be why it looks so bright on her. I feel like I have something in my eye right here. You know what? I forgot to put on under eye concealer. Do I even need it though? You know what? I don't even know. That NYX what is it? The color correcting thing. It kind of cancels stuff out so well. I forgot to put on under eye concealer. I don't know. Do I need it? Do I skip it? I mean, I forgot it and I can't tell I didn't put it on. Do I want to even add that extra layer? I don't know. Let's put on some more lip gloss though, while I think it over. I'm going to use the Ulta Beauty automatic eyeliner in the shade Matte Black. This is the closest one I have to Drugstore. That's the Ulta one. That's the number 7 one. Let's see. I feel like I might end up wanting to put concealer on later in the day, but right now I'm just going to kind of go without it, to be honest. All right, a little setting spray. I think it's done. I'm using the Believe Beauty setting spray still, but I feel like I might get one more squirt out of this. I mean, this is the Urban Decay bottle, but the setting spray's in there. I'm not going to shop my stash for mascara. I'm just going to use what I've currently been using, the Maybelline Sky High mascara in the burgundy shade. I can't put this down. I don't want to. I want to use this on my upper lashes too, but I'm still trying out the L'Oreal new one. It's called Panorama. So I'm going to use this one too, but I'm going to throw this on the lower lashes. I can't believe I never used to wear bottom lash mascara, and now I feel like it's weird when I go without it. You can hear my cat snoring. Or he's having like a deep sleep. Oh my god, why did I do that? Look, my brow pencil. Found it. It was underneath my cloth. There was a fleck of mascara, like a dried piece that fell off the tube right there. And instead of just flicking it off with a Q-tip, I tried to grab it with the mascara wand. I was like, you know what, I bet I could do it. And I ended up getting mascara on my face. Well, now I might have to put concealer on right there to cover up that mascara smudge I did. But anyway, that is it. That is a full face. Shop my stash, nothing new, all that kind of stuff. I really like the way this came out. And you know what? I kind of love this eyeshadow palette. I am so excited about this. I want to try all the shades in here. I haven't used most on the bottom row other than that dark purple that I used kind of on the outer corner. A couple of the light shades I haven't used, a couple shimmers, and then that glitter. I want to try that one out. But I really like that palette. I love the way that it came out, blended so easily. Shimmer was so pretty. Definitely the highlight of the look. I love it a lot. But that is it. Let me know some makeup you are shopping your stash for or some old favorites. I would love to know. Thank you so much for watching this video. I know it was a long one. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe so you don't miss my next one. And I will see you later in another video. Goodbye.